sorts.
glasses.
Hey, that's what champagne is supposed to be served in. Is like these 1920s style glasses that we totally didn't drink margaritas out of last week. How did you find Con Bravo?
It was great. So many people wanted to hear about sexy Cthulhu.
Yeah, and so many people were kind of bewildered, I guess.
It's Twilight with Cthulhu. They would either run screaming or be like, shit, I have to read that.
Yeah, there was a lot of like, I gotta buy this out of morbid curiosity. So if you happen to, get one of these things, and if you had the time to read it, go on to Goodreads and leave Sarah a review. She will really appreciate it. She really, desperately needs validation. And if you're a hater, that's okay. She needs validation from you too. Attention is attention. So we had this little temporary version that we printed off specifically for Con Bravo and for this bookstore
Yeah, we
launch.
made it small and cheap, and we just got it out there real quick.
But now we need to start thinking about the for real launch, since we're doing it the old-fashioned way, where we have to build buzz and
Yeah, I mean, that's the way publishing industry is now. Even if you get picked up by a real agent and a real publisher, they still expect you to do a lot of your own marketing.
And it ends up just taking half the length of time of the publishing is just the pre-release buzz business, and it just takes so freaking long.
2 years, so we're thinking more like
a month.
A month.
Yeah, a month. Because
from now.
Yeah, from now. Because we're impatient and we know that you're probably going to forget about it if we wait too much longer.
Strike that iron while it's hot.
Yeah, but we're going to try and do all the stuff that you're supposed to do in 6 to 9 months in one. So that means we need a cover, a real one. That is the tropiest of,
clicheist
of what is young adult today or yesterday or what people think about.
Yeah.
What do we got? Got?
Okay, so here's some examples. You got the typical simple object on black. That's your Twilight, and everything there derived. You've got your simple object, but boys will like this too.
This is actually, I think is why The Hunger Games is so brilliant, is because it's so gender neutral.
This is still 4 years old.
No, this is way older.
Yeah, so that's old. So here is...
But that doesn't, it's okay, because people are still, this is 2008, so this is 5 years old.
Yeah, but this is what that's turned into.
Well,
you can see the influence of The Hunger Games and the Twilight. This is...
Two-ish? This one's 2 years old, which totally isn't ripping off
Hunger Games or Twilight.
Hunger Games or Twilight at all. And this is what we have today, which is what I like to call
the movie poster.
Girl is going places. She is going from point A to point B, and she's alone. And you can relate to her, also a lone girl. So these are just some good examples. So for instance, this one uses a photograph. If you do use a photograph, people
who are entering our contest,
you absolutely have to own the copyright, whether you bought it or licensed it from a friend. If you use a photograph, that's fine, but you absolutely have to own the copyright. That is a prerequisite.
You could also take photographs yourself.
But that does not mean necessarily that it has to be a photo. It could be something like this. This is a lot like The Hunger Games, really, because in The Hunger Games, this is the little pendant that she gets. And here, this is she gets a little tattoo, which is the symbol of her little Gryffindor that punches people. Well, this is not necessarily YA, but it's sort of a lot.
This is chick lit.
Yeah,
this is a chick lit cover.
This is a lot like you see a lot of YA right now, because it's got a lady going somewhere.
Yeah, without that's your some.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Sarah's tentacles are gross. I wouldn't put those on
the
cover.
Obviously, but she doesn't think tentacles are gross because she wrote Twilight with Cthulhu. Clearly, there's something there.
Yeah, she just doesn't want to admit it publicly.
No, I feel I could totally see
hentai
some of these, really recent artsy YA covers, maybe with the silhouette of a really
the shadow
girl.
box.
Yeah, the shadow
with
box. But there's tentacles in there. Yeah. Mopey girls with no face. That's super points. Okay, so in our little audition process, it's going to be very similar to what we did for the Ghost Riders, but we do not want a finished, polished work.
Yeah, don't waste your time.
Do not waste your time doing an entire thing.
We're not worth it.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to ask for a proposal, which will come in the form of a sketch. We would also like the title to be on it, and also Sarah's name.
So a sketch of what you think the book facing cover would look like. And our book cover is 5.5 by 8.5.
Yeah, so keep those proportions in mind.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect for your sketch, but you know, if that helps you.
Also provide a link to an online portfolio so we can see other examples of your work. Also provide a tagline. Bonus points for good taglines.
So a tagline, this is Divergent, a very recent YA novel. Its tagline is, "One choice can transform you." You know, that comes straight off the back, which is part of their copy. And on the back of our book will be our Goodreads copy, which if you go to Sarah's Goodreads website, goodreads.com, Sarah Ellenson, you can read the description of her book, has the exact copy, which is going to be on the back of the book. So if you want to pull something from there, or something to do with love.
And
Dark depths of love.
Depths.
Yeah, like our example tagline is like, "Even from the darkest depths, love may rise."
And in addition to these three things, sketch proposal, potential tagline, link to online portfolio, nothing. Please do not send us anything else. No life stories, no witty anecdotes.
No cover letter, no "hi, how are you," just keep it to the basics. So we want this a week from today. Monday, August 12th, by midnight, Monday night, Tuesday early
EST.
morning, Eastern Standard Daylight Time.
Because we are New York, center of the world.
Yes. And then on Tuesday, after we get everything, we're going to narrow it down to some finalists, and then we'll release another video sharing our finalists and then asking you, the viewer, to help us decide from these finalists who our lucky hiree will be.
Yes, exactly. And we will give you a hiree's commission fee like we did for our ghostwriters.
And you will get credit on the back of the book, like you can see on the back
Unlike
of
the ghostwriters.
cover art designed by you.
Yes, you
And
can
then-
have your name on a terrible book. Don't you want it? You can put it on your
It's an
resume.
awesome book.
I mean, it's a great
It's
book.
a great book. It's so romantic.
Where's my...
After we've narrowed down our finalists, we will choose a winner, and then that winner will have 1 week to give us the finished product. And then a week-ish from that day is our book launch.
Book launch, which is going to be Friday, August 30th.
Labor Day weekend.
And we are going to have a party. Probably.
A bookstore.
Probably.
Local here in New York City.
Probably.
Yes.
Probably. Have
book launch
A
party.
book launch party, which you are all invited to. And Sarah will be there in picture. And and you can get your book signed by Sarah and everything.
Yes.
So yeah, there's going to be a book launch party on Friday, August 30th, and that will also be when it becomes available on Amazon.
And on all the sites that are affiliated with that, because we're going to do the wide release. And it will be available, yes, to you people who do not live in America. You will be able to order it to have it shipped to you. So you can order it from Amazon in print or in ebook.
Yeah, so if you want the ebook version, we got that. If you want a non-Kindle version, you convert it like I do. And yeah, it's really easy. We will provide information on that later.
Yeah.
And also, if you want a hard copy, we got that too. Thank you, Amazon. And thank you very much to my unnamed friends at certain literary agencies that gave me advice on self-publishing in the modern era and how you can make it work best for you, which we will talk about on a later episode. And of course, if you have happened to come across a copy of Awoken, please leave a review on Goodreads, otherwise add it to your to-read list. And we look forward to your submissions and to talking about them next week. And everybody else without artistic inclination, please tune in and help us decide who our cover will be.
You'll be able to judge people. It's fun.